Alright, thanks for checking out the video. So today's tutorial is going to be cartoon hands. How to draw cartoon hands. I hate drawing hands. I'm sure you hate drawing hands too, so I'm just going to show you some methods I use to draw cartoon hands. Let's get to it. Alright, so I'm really terrible at drawing hands, but I do have some tricks that I use, especially when I'm drawing my character Horace here. Okay, so essentially I do Horace's arms are in two sections. So he has like a thinner section and then a fatter forearm section. So that's how I do his arm. So however I want his fingers to be, I just think of this as like, let me do it heavier. So I think of this part being like a cylinder. So whether that's, so we'll see if that makes sense. So essentially the cylinder can be like this, or it can be like this, but the circle is like underneath. So like it would be underneath, which means that like the fingers would be here, you know, versus the fingers being here, kind of thing, if that makes sense. So I'll do another example of that. Alright, so let's say this is the palm. So normally the palm, this would be a little, you know, the fat part of your thumb, kind of like that. And then you do the fingers here. And even that is a little like complex with doing that. So all I basically do is do a circle and do the thumb like this. And then I take the hand and I do these quick circles like that. So that's pretty much it. And for Horace, not horse, Horace. So he has really small nubby fingers. So I just do them really small and nubby, like this. And his thumb is probably even a little smaller too. I don't usually give his thumb that human-like curl to it. I just kind of do it like that. So let's say if I'm going to use, his thumb is here, and I use this circle, and I can kind of do his hand like that. Or I can do his hand like, I can do his chubby thumb here. And you do two fingers like that, and then you do two fingers like this. And to show that the fingers are bent, you just sew the nail, you know, and then you have like a peace sign, or you can get intricate. Something like that. And this is all just like these little chubby cylinders. And you can just turn them into fingers. And you just use the nail to show if it's the front or the back. The nail is what really helps out. Alright, so I'll do one more for this hand and then we'll move on. Okay, so actually that was a terrible one. Let me do something different here. I might edit that out. That was a terrible hand. So pretty simple. So for this one, let's say the thumb is here. So since the fingers are more pointed towards us, so that's how you do it if you want the fingers to be sort of like pointed like towards camera like this. And we can do another one like that. And basically, let's say the arm is here. This is our cylinder. And let's say we want, just put the thumb in there. And we just put the chubby fingers in like that, and we don't put the nail. That way it doesn't match up with the fingers that are bent. And also, since it's a cylinder here, we can, let's see, we put the thumb there. You know, since this technically, you know, since his hand is flat, let's see, if his hand is flat, then his thumb would be a little more, here. Something like that. So it's sort of like, you know, if he's holding something like that, a little cell phone or something. Alright, now these are, so this is really, if his fingers are really pointed straight, then I almost use rectangles. And don't forget the fingers sort of get in front of each other. So that's why when I do the pinkies, they're very much like in front of each other. And I even do that same thing for the thumb. The thumb is tricky sometimes, putting the thumb in the right position, and I actually mess up a lot on that. You know, where the thumb should be. And that's really foreshortened. You know, so his elbow would be, his head might be here or something like that. And he's holding his arm out or something like that. Alright, so if he's holding something, what I usually do is I usually draw the object first. And then I just do that circle. And then I do his little chubby fingers. Sometimes the pinky doesn't even make it around, so I do a smaller circle for that. Oops. And I do the thumb, and I do the little thumbnail. You can do the nails on these too. And sometimes you can just go back and erase the line of the object. And That's how I make him holding something. Let's make him holding, that's right. You guys know when I was born. And if he's holding a cone, let's see. So, I'll do the circle, do the little pinky, I'll do this finger like pointed out. So do the little nails. Let me erase these lines of what he's holding. And then just make another circle for the thumb. And now he's holding a ice cream cone. I don't know why he's holding it like that, but you know, he is. So for like real world. So like in real life, if this is Horus, so these are his arms, they're kind of bent at the elbows. You know, this would be his little thumb. And his hands can be like that. Or you can make it so that's his thumb. And you just do little round bits like that. I don't know what he would be holding in that way. I might have to edit that out because that was terrible. But sometimes it happens. Sometimes terrible artwork happens. Okay, so we'll do the little circles like this, as though he's do the little nails. And do the little thumb. Do it like that, the little chubby fingers. But I basically just keep using that same circle. Oops. This is a popular one. And this one's really easy. The hand on the hip, because you just do like that, and then you do a little bubble right on the end, and it looks like his hand is on his hip. And let's say we want to make him holding up a peace sign. So we have our cylinder here. We do the little thumb. We do two pudgy fingers, and then the other ones we do down. And we'll give him a smile. Yeah, so that's pretty much. Let me fix this one. This one looks terrible. Even sometimes when I do them, I have to kind of warm up. Like, this looks like a much better hand for Horus. Sometimes you do just have to like warm up. Do a page of like 50 hands. It sounds like a lot, but I mean, I don't know how many I've just done. But it's really not that many. And you really just have to practice them. And then you can use that cylinder you can just use that line to kind of show where your character's hand, use that cylinder to show where your character's fingers are. You know, something like that. So yeah, that's pretty much just a little quick. I mean, that's how I do all my characters, my little cute characters' hands like this. If I have to do human hands, I sort of do the same thing. I just make the fingers longer, you know, and sometimes thinner. You know, I may just make the hands thinner or something like that. Now it looks like this person's wearing gloves. But that's pretty much the shapes I use. So just remember, just do the cylinder. That helps you figure out the shape of the arm. See how the cylinder just helps you create the arm? You know, if you want the shoulder here, or the whole arm here, or even like foreshortened. And then figure out where you want your thumb. And an easy way to do that, you can do the line down the middle, and then you do the little fat thing where where you look at your hand here. And you can use that. This arm is coming up. Then, let's see here. I think this has to be the pinky. Kind of like that. And this one will make a fist. Thank you so much for watching the video. I really appreciate it. Give me a like and subscribe. There will be more content coming soon. I have another tutorial coming very soon, inking those same drawings we just did. So stay tuned for that one. Of course, keep drawing, and I'll catch you in the next video.
Wow!